Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Monday, the 28th of June 2021. Another week has begun. I see in the news today a touching story which is um, sad and happy at the same time. It's interesting when we see this kind of story. Apparently, in the US, a couple named Peter and Lisa Marshall have married again because Peter Marshall actually suffers from Alzheimer's and had forgotten that he was already married. Um, so he asked Lisa to marry him again, when in fact they were already married in 2009. That's a touching story. Of course, some people might be here hoping that learning to play Sudoku will help them stave off uh, or delay or just help in some way the onset of Alzheimer's, which is a terrible affliction for many. And I've seen it in my life too, and it's a horrible thing. So we can only hope that it does do that. I'm not sure that it does, but there is some anecdotal evidence that increasing your brain activity can help. So today is Beginner's Day, and if you're new to the game or if you've just played a couple of Sudokus before, I shall briefly explain how we go about it. So we have this grid of 9 squares across and 9 squares down, and so 81 squares, but it's not about maths or anything like that. It's just a game of logic and thinking. And so across we have 9 squares in each row, and down we have 9 squares in each column. And then we have these 9 blocks like this that you can see outlined. And so what we do is fit numbers 1 to 9 in each of the rows, the columns, and the blocks. I'm going to have a sip of tea. Hold on a second. Excuse me. I'm not going to edit it out. That's my morning armament. So the way that we go about finding numbers is by using the understanding that numbers can appear once only in its row or column or block, which I'll be referring to as we go through the game. So for example, there is a 1 in this column here, and that means 1 can't reappear in this column. So there's no 1 in either of these two squares here because there's already a 1 here. There's a 1 in this column, so that means that 1 can't appear in this square because it's in the same column. So if you think 1 can't be here or here, and it can't be here, then clearly it's got to be here, hasn't it? So we can fill that in. And this is the process that we go through looking for numbers. That kind of thing. More tea. More tea vicar, as my mum used to say. Though that had nothing to do with drinking tea. Right. Okay, so there's a 6 blocking across here because there's a 6 in this row, and there's a 6 in this row blocking these two squares. So again, there's just one space where we can put a 6. Now I can see many other things, but I don't want to ward you off or make it too difficult, so I'm just doing the very easy stuff first. So there's a 3 blocking these two squares down here, and there's a 3 blocking these two squares down here, and look across here, 3 blocking this square and a 3 blocking this square. So a 3 has to go there. What else? Like I say, I can actually see lots of things, but I'm trying to just keep it on a really basic level at the moment. Okay, so let's show you something slightly different now. So remember, each number must appear only once, right? So question is, do we have a 2 in this column? Answer is no, not yet. So first of all, can we place a 2 in either of these two squares? Answer no, because we already have a 2 in this block. So 2 can't appear here, here, here. Right? So no 2 here. Can we place a 2 here? No, because there's 1 here. Can we place a 2 here? No, because there's 1 over here. And so clearly that's the only space where we can fill in a 2. Oh, my tea has steamed up my glasses. Next. Okay, 2 blocking along here, right? So that square is not a 2. 2 blocking down here, so that's got to be a 2 there. And now that we can use that 2 to block all the way down this column, and this 2 blocking down this column means that can't be a 2, so a 2 has to appear there. Now we have a 2 blocking all the way down here, and a 2 blocking all the way down here, and now we have this 2 blocking this square too, so 2's got to go there. Now in this row across, do we have a 1 yet? Answer, no. But look, this 1 means that clearly can't be a 1, so 1's got to go here. Now all we need to do is, we're only one number missing to complete this row, so we can just count through and find out which one it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7. Is there any 7? No. So clearly that's the number that goes there. Now that 7 we can take up this column, 7 up this column, and again just 1 square left that we can fit in a 7. We'll use that 7 to block across these two squares, and take this 7 to block up here, and this 7 to block up here. So that will give us a 7 in this square here. So you see we're coming along nicely. More tea. Now we don't yet have a 5 in this block, right? Remember, we're looking for rows, columns and blocks. We don't yet have a 5 in this block. And there's a 5 blocking this square here. So clearly that's got to be a 5. So now we can find the missing number by counting through in the way that we did with this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The last number, in fact, is the last number, which is 9. Now you'll notice, I hope there's only one number missing here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't yet have a 6. So that's our 6 there. And now the same thing applies here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's a 9 again. Oh, we are doing well. Right, this block here does not yet have a 2, but there is a 2 intersecting here, so clearly the 2 will have to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't yet have an 8, but we do now. Along this bottom row, what are we missing? Okay, 1 and 7, but we don't have any 1s or 7s, so that's not any use to us. We can't tell which is which. We know it's a 1 or a 7, but we can't clearly define which is which, so we'll just forget that for the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a 5, no use. 6, 7, no. 8 and 9, 5, 8 and 9, but we don't have any 5, 8s or 9s intersecting, so it's just, we're just going to leave that section of the puzzle because it's not really helping us. Let's come back and see where we have more numbers. Okay, this 6 blocks down here, this 6 blocks across here, and this 6 that we filled in ourselves blocks that square there. So that means 6 has to come here now. Now we take that 6 across, and 6 across, and 6 up here, and that gives us a 6. In that location, the 6 that we just filled in, we take up that column, this 6 up this column, and this 6 across here will give us a 6 there. This 6 will take back across this row, and this 6 across this row, and look, right down the bottom here is an intersecting 6 blocking up here, and so that's the only square left. I recommend tea, by the way, when you're playing Sudoku, or coffee, or your favorite tipple. Unless you're playing competitively, of course, and trying to do it at high speed, then it's probably not a good idea. Okay, we don't yet have a 7 in this row here. There's no 7, but look, we have a 7 intersecting here. So clearly the 7 goes here. Now there's only one number missing. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's a 4. We don't have 4, so we can put the 4 in there. Now this 4 blocks up these 2 squares. This 4 blocks off these 2 squares. And so because we don't have a 4 up here yet, we can now place it here. What are the missing numbers here? 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 5 are missing here, but we don't have any intersecting 1s or 5s, so again we can't place it. It's a fruitless search at that point, but that's okay. This is a game of Sudoku. It's looking, searching, and finding at some time. Now we don't yet have a 3 in this column, but here's a blocking 3, and so the 3 will come here, and now we can count through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a 9, and now we can count through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This clearly is an 8. What are the 2 numbers missing here? 1, 2. We don't yet have a 3, but look, here's a blocking 3 already, so we know the 3 comes here. What else don't we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this has got to be a 9 then. So we've completed a lot already. Now where to look next? Okay, there's 7 blocks across here, and there's 7 blocks across here, and there's 7 blocks up here, giving us a 7 here. Let's use that 7 blocking all the way down here, and there's 7 blocking all the way down here, and there's an intersecting 7 here. So that's a 7. The 1 number missing here now, it's 1, first number. This one blocks up here for these 2 squares, and this one blocks along here, so guess what? That's the only square left we can place a 1. This 1 means that that can't be a 1, so 1 has to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. The missing number is 5, so we'll put that in. 2 missing numbers are here. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 are missing, so we're looking for any intersecting 4s or 5s that can help us. No, surprisingly, there aren't any. Okay. This one blocking down here, this one blocking up here, and this one blocking along here gives us a 1 in this position here. Now let's check what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're missing 8 and 9 here. No 8s or 9s intersecting. Wow. How about here? 1, 2, 3. We don't yet have a 4 in this row, but we have an intersecting 4 here, so that goes there. Do we have a 5? No, not yet, but we do now. What am I missing? More tea, what aid concentration. By the way, the game is often full of fits and starts. Sometimes you do numbers very quickly, sometimes you slow down while you're searching. Let's just double back on this. 1, 2, we don't yet have a 3 in this column, but look, now we have an intersecting 3, so 3 has to go here. 4, 5, 6, 7, no 8 yet, so 8 is the last number. Now we know that 8 blocks across these two squares, right across this row, and this 8 blocks this square. So that's an 8 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is our 9 now. This 8 blocks down here, we don't yet have an 8 in this block, you'll see. So 8 must go here, and if we count through, we'll find 9 is the missing number, either in this row or in this block. Ooh, excuse me. Whichever. It doesn't matter which way you look at it, the answer is the same. Right, what's missing now? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we don't yet have a 4 in this column. No 4 yet, but look, this 4 means that that can't be a 4. So 4 goes here. Do we have a 5 yet? No, we don't. So 5 is our last number here. 5 blocks. This 5 blocks this square. So 5 comes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 9, our last number. This 9 means that that can't be a 9, but we don't have a 9 in this block yet. So 9 is here, and the last number is 8. Just 2 numbers to get now. 1, 2, 3. We don't yet have a 4, but look, this 4 means that that can't be a 4. So that's a 4. The last number is 5, and this is how we play Sudoku. So if this is your first game ever, I hope you understood that. Try it yourself. You must try it yourself. It's no good just watching videos. This is something you really need to do for yourself. Play it yourself. Enhance your thinking capacity, enhance your logic. Please subscribe to this channel. There's a lot of videos already. I only started the channel this year, but there are already quite a few videos in the easy level to check out. So bye bye. Hope come back again.